A cheap acrylic set from Family Dollar. And the kit I'll be using today is by the brand Kiss. Yeah. But one thing I will not be using out of this kit are the nail tips. The nail tips are the white nail tips. I personally do not like them because of the simple fact that no matter how many coats of polish you put on your nail, you're still gonna see the white tip. So I did end up buying some clear tips from Sally's Beauty Supply. So I'm going to be using that, but I'm still going to be using all the other products, which is the acrylic powder, which is known as monomer, and the liquid polymer, and this small acrylic brush. The only thing that may make this process a little complicated is the acrylic brush. I personally prefer a Kolinsky brush, which is in the size 10. That's the one I'm most comfortable with. I actually don't have one. During my nail technician program, I was using my teacher's one, who's obviously a professional nail tech, and I felt real comfortable with it. I just haven't made the trip to the nail supply store to purchase one. But we'll see how this turns out. Stay tuned. Okay guys, and these are the products that you'll be needing to accomplish this full set. Number one, of course, is the acrylic kit from Family Dollar, as I stated earlier. The next thing is obviously polish. A cuticle clipper along with a cuticle pusher. I would just use this to push my cuticle back, or if I need to clean it up, whatever needs to be done. Also a nail clipper. You want to cut down your nails completely to have a more cleaner and sleeker look. And guys, as I stated in a previous video of mine, I am in school to become a full specialist, and one of the duties of a full specialist is a nail technician. So majority of these items I did already have in my nail kit. For example, the polishes, the files, the nail polish remover, everything except for this acrylic kit that I got from Family Dollar. You necessarily don't need all of these items. The basics are, of course, the file, the nail kit. You probably don't even need this. If you prefer these, then you can use what's in this kit exactly, and all you need is the files and of course a nail clipper. I just want the cuticle clipper and the cuticle pusher just to have more of a polished look, and these are just for a design. All of these are very inexpensive. You can go to your local beauty supply store or nail supply store and purchase them. You don't have to go out and spend a lot of money for this. The purpose of this video is to show of a way to do an acrylic set on a budget. Okay guys, so stay tuned. Okay guys, and as you can see here, I'm just clipping down my fingernails, trying to get them as short as possible so I can have a more neater look when I add on the tips. Okay, and as you can see here, I'm just going to be pushing back my cuticles and cutting any excess cuticles that are left. And as I said, this is an optional step. If you don't want to do this, or if you don't have the materials to do this, then you can just continue with the normal full set. One item that I forgot to mention earlier that you would need, which is very important, is nail glue, so you can glue on your nail tips. And as you can see here, I'm just sizing up each nail tip to make sure they match each fingernail. You want to make sure that they are proportionate and they touch from sidewall to sidewall. So make sure the nail tip is not either too big or too small. Okay, so you guys are only going to see me putting on the tips on my left hand, because when I got to my right hand, I kind of struggled a little bit because my dominant hand is my right hand. So using my left hand was a little struggle, but you guys get the concept. Okay guys, as you can see, I'm just cutting down my nail tips to my desired length. And another item that I didn't mention earlier, which is optional, are scissors. I use them to cut my desired length. So if you would want the coffin shape or ballerina, some people call it coffin, some people call it ballerina, or if you want the stiletto shape, or if you want a square shape, the scissors help so you don't have to do too much filing. You already have your nail tips cut into the shape that you want, and then just go over it a couple times with the file. Okay guys, so the next step is to file the nails into the desired shape. If you did use the scissors to cut the nail shape, then this process will be easy for you. Okay, the next step is to buff down your nail bed so you can have a smooth surface between your natural nail and the nail tip, so you can have a smoother application process with the acrylic. Okay guys, now it's time to lay some acrylic. You would dip your brush into the polymer. Try to take out some excess liquid so when you're trying to lay your acrylic, it's not too liquidy. And as you can see here, I'm just laying down the acrylic. This brush really isn't the best, to be honest. This will be my first and last time using this brush. It's too short, and I'm just so used to the Kolinsky brush. So you're just going to go through the process for all 10 fingers, and you can see in some clips that I go over it more than once. That's because I don't feel as though it was thick enough, because you want to have a pretty sturdy nail so they don't break easily. Okay, so what I'm going to do now is I'm going to go over the nails with my nail drill, which I got in my nail kit. And as I stated, you guys don't need all of these items. You can just stick to the basics. So if you don't have a nail drill, then you could just simply use a nail file and just go over the surface to smooth everything out. Okay, so the little flakes that I was showing earlier, what I'm going to do is I'm going to wet my nail and then stick them onto my nail, and then I'm going to go over it with the acrylic so they can be encapsulated. I'm going to do that for my ring finger along with my index finger on my opposite hand. Okay, so what I'm doing now is just buffing out my nails to make sure that each surface is smooth. You don't want to miss this step because you want your nail polish to lay smoothly. You don't want any streaks or lumps and bumps when you're laying your nail polish. Okay, now the last step finally is laying your polish. First, I'm going to go in with my base coat, and then I'm going to go in with the colored polish. I'm going to do 2 coats of that and then top it off with the top coat. I'm not going to put any polish on the encapsulated nails I did, of course. I'm just going to put 2 coats of the top coat on those fingers. Okay guys, and that completes my video. I hope you enjoyed. They didn't turn out too bad. There's some things I can improve on, but I think I did okay. This is my first time completing a full set on myself, and let me tell you, using my left hand is very hard. My right hand is my dominant hand, but I think I did pretty good. Please comment, like, and subscribe if you haven't already, and I'll see you in my next video.